It is August 13th, 2018. We're here at 362 Carter Street in El Cajon, California, 92020. We're going to inspect the main sewer line for the house. Right outside the front here, somebody has dug up the sewer line and put in two 3-inch ABS cleanouts. They weren't done exactly the code. They were put right next to each other so they could stay inside one of these bins. However, they're supposed to crisscross each other, and these are going the opposite direction. So essentially, the small piece of pipe sitting in between them can't be reached from these cleanouts. Now, it is all ABS plastic, so that shouldn't be an issue. So we're going to go down the one closest to the house, which normally would sweep away from the house, but this is going back into the house. So you can see immediately turns into cast iron pipe. This is a 3-inch cast iron line. So far, very little scale or buildup on the line. We're going to keep pushing down. A little bit on the side walls, some buildup, but nothing too severe.
If you need water or anything, let me know. And I guess if you do find anything bad, go detailed on that bad spot.
Yeah.
That's more their concern is the...
Line's still in good condition. We're now coming up to a small turn right there. Looks like a 16th degree turn.
How's the day today? I just wrote it earlier.
There's another small turn right there. Cast iron still looks in good condition, completely functional. Small amount of scaling on the side walls there, but again, nothing severe, nothing that raises any big concerns or going to require any maintenance or replacement, it appears, anytime soon.
Is insurance to replace your sewer man if it busts or backs up? It's all on the homeowner, right?
Yeah. Okay, we have a T-Junction right here. This may be where the laundry dumps in over the top. Oh, it may be already over towards the kitchen area and the bathrooms, which are right behind each other. We're just going to keep pushing down the line here. Okay, and that's the end of the line right here. So you can see there's our clean out plug at the very end. Not accessible, it's buried underground, but that's the end of the system here. So we're going to go ahead and pause the video for a second and move over to the laundry. Okay, we're here over the laundry. Somebody's cut into the wall vent and added a clean out here. So we're going to go down this vertical vent here. This is the original cast iron for the laundry.
Oh, you sold it?
Yeah, that's it. That's plain weed. Take your finger off it.
That's sick. Where'd you get this from?
So this is a little screw in the line right there. Shouldn't be a big issue, but somebody did drop that down the drain line. I'm going to go ahead and pause for a second. Okay, we're now continuing down the line here. The line is still nice and open for the 2-inch and the age it is. A little bit of buildup you can see right there. A little pocket, but small. Some buildup right there, actually. Get a little bit tinier here. Definitely a little bit clogged up here now. So this is probably getting close to our T-junction. We're going to go ahead and pause the video and run some water through the system, see if we can get by this area.
That'll do.
Okay, we put a little bit bigger camera in. This one has an activated sound, so we're back inside the line. Let's see how many feet we're across before we get to that heavy buildup. That was right here. We're actually stuck even a little bit before that. So right there, we're going to go ahead and pause and locate. Okay, we've gone ahead and located, and this is right in front of the stem wall, the original foundation wall inside the house. So it's about 2 feet 8 inches deep, but it's not accessible right here at this point to get at it by digging without concrete removal. So that's why we definitely want to try to open this up better with a couple aggressive cables and cutting bits. So we're going to try one more camera to see if we can get by that very small opening. So we're going to go ahead and pause the video one more time. Okay, we've got one more camera, same size diameter as our first one, a little bit less of a stiff push rod, so we're going to see if we can maneuver by this last area we've not been able to get through. Okay, so we were able to get by this, and it does look like we have an object in the line. So there is some type of object inside the pipe here. So this is getting close to crawl space, but still not in it. We barely moved past that. So this is that rough area. And there's our object caught inside the pipe, some type. It appears to be white plasticky. We're going to go ahead and pause the video, see if we can locate it with the weak sound here. Okay, we did go ahead and locate this. It's still at about 2 feet 8 inches deep. We're just a couple inches past that first extremely heavy buildup. And again, that's where our camera is literally caught at right here. We cannot push through anymore. You can see that white object. I can't tell if it's soft plasticky or an actual hard item. Again, this is why now I'm guessing why this clean out was put in vertically of the vent. They just had constant issues because it's either not moving that object out every time it's snaked and cleared, and just pushing it out of the way and getting things to drain liquid by, but this is going to need possibly a repair if a drain cable and the camera can't verify that this is moved out of the system to get this 2-inch pipe opened up again. So we'll move our camera over to inside the house and show the discs where the path of the pipe is and where this object and the other buildup is. But we're going to pause the video and move over to the main sewer again. Okay, so we're now going to go into the line away from the house, and then we'll move back over and show the laundry inside the house with our marking discs. So this is now sweeping away from the house. Goes right into the original cast iron again. Camera's a little bit fogged up. We're going to flush the toilet one time, so we're going to pause the video.
It was full, it wasn't running, so yeah.
Okay, so we've gone ahead and pulled back to the clean out. We've ran some water through the toilet. So again, it's slowed down here. A little bit of residual water. Again, just a little bit of scale and deposits, a little bit of buildup, but nothing severe. Looks good still, completely functional. Here's the property line clean out again. And this is where the pipe's going to make 45-degree downward turn to go vertical. You can see this junction right here. See, we've got a small little root ball right here on this vertical. That turn. See, jumping over that, and looks like we're in clay pipe even on the vertical already here. So usually the cast iron will be running on all the vertical, but it's actually clay already. So this first little spot is right where the cast iron is ending and the clay's beginning. That's where we've got a small bit of roots growing in, and that again is on the vertical downturn. Okay, here's our transition. There's a little bit of a misalignment here on the clay, so you can see as I pull back that little lake of water, and then you can see the hub of the clay is sitting up a little bit higher, so that's why there's that little pocket or pool of water. So we're going to have to push through this with a little bit of speed to get the camera to jump over that. it's not really jumping over that, so we're going to go ahead and pause the video for a second, lay another camera in there to fill that gap. Okay, so we just jumped over that offset there in the clay. There's no roots in the offset, so it's not a concern, and it's right at the vertical, so gravity helps push the debris through. So now we're across the horizontal. So you can see here's our second root intrusion. So we don't know when the last time any of this was cleaned up. Now, it's hard to clean this out with a cable because the clay pipe is 4-inch and our access point is only 3-inch. So typically the preferred method is always hydrojetting. That's what you'd kind of need to do in this method if you had to clean it out, but you might be able to maintain this with a foaming chemical. So here's our second intrusion. We're going to go ahead and get a quick photo of this, and then we'll also go ahead and locate where this is at on the property. So we're going to pause the video. Okay, so this second root intrusion is right under the middle of the sidewalk at 5 feet deep. We do have it marked off with chalk. We're going to go ahead and push forward down the line. Here's our next hub. This one looks clear. Next hub, this looks clear, a little offset, but not bad. No roots. A little bug there, no roots though. Next hub is clear. A little bit of water in the bottom of the pipe here, probably due to another little mini offset, but no roots. Continuing down, looks like here's our turn. And here's our dump into the big city pipe right here. Okay, so here's our line out in the street. So come back up here. So there's our turn into the city's line. So we don't have any other root intrusions in the system. We just have the two, one under the sidewalk and the one back in front of the property line clean out. So we'll go ahead and pull back to the property line clean out. We can't typically mark on a vertical pipe. It's impossible to locate. So what we'll do is we'll pull back to the property line clean out, and then right below that, so we'll be able to show where that other root intrusion is. Okay, so here is that other roots that have been cleaned up really well as of right now. And again, that's where the cast iron here is transitioning to clay. So as soon as we come back vertically up, just barely, you can see here's our turn. And that's the original property line clean out. So we'll push forward right to the edge of this. Now we'll go ahead and locate this. And so directly below this and a little bit forward is going to be where that root intrusion is.
Yep, he's out of the house there? Yeah, he's out.
Okay, so this property line clean out, we've marked this, and the roots right after it. This horizontal pipe right at this T-junction here is 31 inches deep. And we've got it marked with chalk in the front. So again, right after this, the pipe goes down vertical and then travels for barely a foot, and that's where this other root intrusion is, and that's at the clay to cast iron hub. So we'll pull out, take one more photo of that. Okay, so we moved our camera outside, and so again, as you move towards the sidewalk here, here's our markings. So that is the property line clean out, PLCO, with the first circle X, kind of hard to see somewhat, at 31 inches deep. And then again, right below that is our next circle X. That's where that first root intrusion is here. Then as we pan across, we get over towards the sidewalk. This is the other actual root intrusion at 5 feet deep. See, 60 inches. There's the circle and the X denoting where the roots are there. So right now they don't need to be snaked or hydrojetted. We do recommend that a foaming chemical treatment is done by their plumber to help maintain this initially, and then every 9 to 12 months after that. So we're going to pause the video real quick and just show inside the house where the laundry issue is. Okay, so we moved inside the house. So there's our door leading from the added space into the garage. So the laundry is right behind this wall and runs across. And here's our discs we put on the ground. So that first red disc is denoting the path of the pipe, and then here's our yellow and red discs right after that. So that's the line of the pipe. The yellow disc, at about 2 feet 8 inches deep, that denotes that extremely heavy buildup in the line that our cameras originally couldn't get by. The third camera got by it just barely, and that's what the next red disc is right there. That's where that plastic object is stuck in the line. So this wall right here, separating the garage from the living room, that's again the stem wall. That's a foundation wall. So the laundry line is all under a concrete slab, so it's not easily repaired at this point. It is not into the crawl space yet. So that's what those discs are denoting. Again, at 2 feet 8 inches deep is how deep the pipe is at those spots. So that needs to be attempted to be cleaned out, otherwise it will need to be repaired. So that concludes this recording.